first time actually I'm doing this, and this is the second time that I'm receiving actually astrology from Zeta. So the first thing that I really want to ask you, all this information that I'm telling you now, please close your eyes. No, I can't see. You have to know from the astrology about. These are actually all about, energies. And from the astrology chart, we can actually get to know what kind of energy that we're working with and what type of energy exists around us in a certain time. Uh, Most of the pictures that we are seeing is actually the radix, and we can actually transform most of the things into actions. And the reason that we are talking about today, because actually we just stepped into the house of the Gemini when we started to talk about the heart activization, and now we're gonna go into. When we talk about the astrology, we can really leave the Hermes, Trismegistus, the Emerald Tablet, and this is actually the handbook of the alchemy. The Hermes Trismegistus is actually, it's not what? It's not a name, it's actually an introduction. Molada? Okay. And when we're talking about Thoth, let's make it. Okay, the sign of the Gemini is actually the knowledge. And this wisdom actually it's put into a tablet that we call emerald. And now I'm gonna read all the 13 points actually that it's very significant, so we can really just move on. The first one, it is true without a lie, certain and most true. And the second one, that which is below is as that which is above, and that which is above is as that which is below, to perform the miracle of the one thing. The third one, and as all things were from the One by means of the meditation of the One. Thus, all things were born from the One by means of adaptation. The fourth, its father is the sun, its mother is the moon. The wind carried in its belly its nerves in the earth. And the fifth, the father of the whole world, or all of the initiates, is here. Six, its power is whole if it has been turned into earth. And the seventh, you will separate the earth from the fire, to subdue from the dense sweetly with great skill. Eight, it ascends from earth in the heaven, and again it descends to the earth and receives the power of higher and of lower things. Therefore will all obscurity flee from you. 9. Thus you will have the glory of the whole world. 10th, all of strength, this is the true strength, because it will conquer all this is subtle and penetrate all that is solid. 11. Thus was the world created. 12. From this world wonderful adaptation of which this is the means. Therefore, in my name, Tres Great Hermes, having the three parts of the philosophy of the whole world. 13. It is finished what I have said about the working of the sun. Which one is that? Még egyszer. All this text is actually said how we're supposed to use all the energies. That is, és honnan jön az energia? Milyen energia? Milyen energia? Az kell, az kell. Or the mágikus. Oh, the Shmargdina said that I have to read your paper. Yeah. Okay, the Shmargdina says whatever is the radiation of the sun actually is filled with heat and light, and it's radiate the earth with light and life. We can actually create, everything in ourselves. And this is what we call alchemy, or how to make, gold. The sun is actually the gold, and everything is just turning into gold or light. And then when we actually get the secret, we can actually change anything into gold. This is when we're talking. And today actually we turn into the sign of the Gemini, and that's why we actually working with the communication. And the most significant sign, actually no, the planet is the Mercury, because Hermes is actually between the heaven, yes, of the sky and the earth. In this year, in the chart, there is actually 6 planets that is following the Taurus and the Gemini, and the energy is very concentrated, and it's actually reflecting the power. And second hand, because it's very obvious. And after all that, and we have a new moon in this month, and then we're calling actually uh, uh, an eraser, the cosmic eraser, or they call tabula rasa. And this is actually just highlight the fact that we have to clean up ourselves from all the dirt for the growth, because of the growth, and because the new moon is actually in the Gemini, and all the dirt that we are dealing with and we need to clean up is actually came from honnan jött? És honnan jött? And it's coming because of our communications. And, and the same constellation on the other side of the Earth, it's created because of the solar eclipse. And this we can actually see from the Pacific Ocean and also in Asia, and it calls the fire ring. And this is why it's very interesting, this stellium, because the Taurus is a stable sign, and it's very hard to actually move out from the stability, or it's very stable. Yes, it's very stable. And the Gemini is actually an ever-changing sign. This is just like the air. It's ever-changing. And actually, we can use the Buddhist philosophy, which is the whole life is a ever-changing. Let me see this. So in this period, the number 7, Smyrgina, is very important because it's a very active, and in the next couple of months. which is the number 7. Yes. So you will separate the earth from the fire, the subtle from the dense, sweetly with great skill. So you have to use your knowledge that you have without emotions, and you have to follow your heart uh, because of the Taurus. Uh, mhm. Because of the stability of the Taurus, you can actually just change with uh, yes, with a passion. Thank you, thank you. And we definitely need our heart. And th for the result that we getting is actually so the result that we're getting is actually it's a clear, pure knowledge that we are actually getting, and and then we are already finding ourselves in the house of the Gemini. I have to see. So after all this, we can actually know that we can get, a clear help to actually do to yes, to actually deal with the uh, uh, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Having some. So we're actually getting some help to actually deal with the universe. And it's very important because we are hearing a lot of things from 2012 and also about the growth. And we actually, which means that we are talking about the energy and the vibrations. And all this change we can actually just help and create to grow with cleaning up, ourselves and get a higher energy. And go ahead. So actually, to work with all this energy, we have to clean up, all these channels. So then we can actually work with all these channels and get all the energy, and then we can send it back all the energy to the right place. And this is where we activated the Emerald Tablet uh, number 8. So number 8, it ascends from the earth into heaven, and again it descends to the earth and receives the power of higher and of lower things. Therefore, it will obscurity flee from you. So as I said, that we are working with the communication and we have to clean up so many dirt. Today all the dirt that we're getting is actually coming through the communication, through the words. And everywhere we actually uh, dealing with words like fighting, having arguments. hmm So we're talking about the book of who's Pablo Paulo Coelho, uh, the fifth month in, where we actually uh, reading about a part which is every every arm uh, that we were actually or the humans are created. That was the worst thing. No idea. After all the arms, there is only blood. After. So even after we so even after all the errors that we are able to hide, the most significant damage that we can actually make is the words. So then, after all these months, will help us. All the Oriental wisdom. Mhm. You kid. Before you say something, you have to think, or you have to be quiet before you say something. So then, first you have to listen to your heart before you say something. And before you think you have to say something, then you have to say it. But you have to know when you say it, you already said it, because then you already put it out the vibration. You have to try to listen to your heart without words. You have to do that to actually clean all your energies of yourself and also of your surroundings. And then your growth is gonna be powerful. And why we are talking about today of Steve, the heart activization, because if we choose the right way, if we choose the right way to grow, is actually the only thing can help is the heart. This is very important to follow our heart. Our our heart is the most important thing that we can actually use to clean up, all the dirt that we actually build up. which is actually holding us back to uh, to finish our task and the reason that we are came into this earth.
Legyünk éppen ezért hálásak elsősorban magunknak, hogy pont ma, pont itt vagyunk. Van bátorságunk, és megengedjük magunknak, hogy egy olyan folyamattal indítsuk el a hónap energiáit, mint a meditáció.
Can I see it? We have to be so glad that we actually we are here today, and we are very brave that we actually letting to for ourselves to start everything here, and we have to work with this energy in this month with the help of Steve's meditation.
Kívánom, hogy ennek a mai estének a segítségével hallja meg mindenki lehető legtisztábban a szíve hangját.
I wish with all these energies, everybody's gonna be able to listen to your own heart and feel the energy.
És hogy az elkövetkezendő időszakban hatékonyan, egyértelműen, harmonikusan és boldogan
And for the next period of time, everybody will live and get some happiness and harmony
részesüljön mindabban, amire vágyik,
and fulfill their wish.
hiszen tudjuk, hogy a Teremtő oda tudja önteni áldását, ahol üres edényt talál.
And that we all know that the Creator can fill up, dishes where they get a blessing.
És hogyha már az ívek jegyéről beszélünk, a szavak birodalmában vagyunk,
And if we're talking about the Gemini,
akkor át szeretném nyújtani a hónap kulcs szavát, vagy szókulcsát,
I would like to share with you the word of the month, which is the Gemini,
és ez nem más, mint a szív, sugárzó fény.
and this is called heart, or the
Sugárzó fény.
it's a radiation of light. So this is it. Let me give back Steve for a second.